It's week 8 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bills and the Titans on Thursday night.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Tennessee. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 92 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They go right back to Singletary. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Bills at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their results.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick it.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
only needing 2 yards on second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run on first down with Singletary. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not touchdown! Stephon Diggs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and he'll take it out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them? Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W. To throw on second down, Morrison. That went into the hands of Toney downfield. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Kadarius Toney, 76 yards. And the Titans have moved out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Bills. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum? Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage. Allen now on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I'll guarantee it. At least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Morrison. In trouble, and he's taken down. Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Morrison. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw on 3rd down, Morrison. That's complete to Treeland, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. On the move past the 40, 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down?
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, Garland. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Morrison. Turner is there for another one. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They run the counter. Garland. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Morrison. They still kick, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try and work for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw. Morrison. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff up the middle. Garland. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They were stopped last time from the one. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Morrison looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Morrison. Right back to Toney. He's got another one. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. To the air, Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bills are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So this drive spanned 7 plays, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Morrison going to the right here and finding Burks. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Garland. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Garland trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline.
Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Morrison. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind, helpless.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Morrison. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that block. That's big time.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Allen going to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A give up the middle to Singletary. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And this is going to be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, We need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Off play action. Morrison. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that changes everything here at OT. So it's his 2nd missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. What can Allen do now with his drive? He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So now after that big play, things come into focus a little bit sharper, because at this point in overtime, a field goal is all they need. That big play there sets them up in field goal range. They want to try and finish this game off.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Bills are going to get out of here winners. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today,